just don't know if this organization actually knows that they're in the NBA. Maybe they're in the G League, because that's what they're building over there in Dallas. How do you trade away one of the best players in the league, one of the top 3 best players in the league, for Anthony Davis, who can't stay healthy, and a bag of bones? I've been saying this over and over again. And Luka didn't even really play that much in game number 1 for the LA Lakers. But best believe, ladies and gentlemen, when he understands the offense and he understands how to play the pick and roll with LeBron James, you're going to see him play an enormous amount of time. I'm talking about maybe 42 to 43 minutes. Luka Doncic plays a significant amount of minutes throughout this season. You watch him with Dallas and Jason Kidd. He was averaging between 39 and 43 with Jason Kidd as the head coach over there. And honestly, what is going on with the Maverick fans is pretty consistent. We all know what's going to happen as the season progressively moves forward. This team is going to fall flat on their face. Are you going to trust that Kyrie Irving's going to keep it together? The answer would be no. He is not going to keep it together, because Kyrie Irving probably thinks that his brain is flat just as much as he thinks the earth is flat. This is an organization that is run by a bunch of people that are billionaires. They don't care about the organization. They care about building a casino around the organization. And Mark Cuban coming out and telling him he's going to refund all these fans. Well, why don't you step in when this whole story was coming out? And you cannot tell me, I'm telling you, you cannot tell me, Mark, that you did not know that they were forcing their hand with Luka Doncic, because Luka was your prize. He was the guy that you drafted. When Dirk Nowitzki retired and this team was trying to find that other player, you bring in a European player and this good. You actually traded up. You traded with the Hawks. You moved what's his name again?
Trae Young.
Trae Young. Trae Young goes over there to Atlanta, and Luka Doncic goes to the Dallas Mavericks. It was like a flip-flop. And what happened is you made the right decision. You went after the better player. He has been the best offensive option in the playoffs. He's one of the best offensive options right now in the NBA. You sit here today and you hear the Fire Nico chants, and you see that right now Nico Harrison has his head pinned to a wall. And if he was in Ireland, he'd probably be pinned to a dartboard. Right now, this organization is trying to figure out how they're going to fix this. Without Anthony Davis playing, it puts him in a really bad position. Why? Because being that Anthony Davis can't stay healthy, you're trying to make amends to what you did. If Anthony Davis was playing well, you wouldn't be arguing. Fans wouldn't be complaining as much as they are right now. Why? Because if you look at Luka Doncic and what he has done over the years, this is the first year in 3 years he hasn't been healthy. And now he's over there in LA. He's playing in a game that he only played 26 minutes in game number 1. When he gets JJ Redick's offense, you're going to see a lot of Luka Doncic and a pick and roll, and you're going to see him bring up the ball. It's just embarrassing. And honestly, I look at the Dallas Mavericks organization is a peewee football team. That's what they are. They're not a peewee basketball team. They're a peewee football team, because they should be playing football, because half of these guys don't even know the word basketball or even understand what the game basketball is.
Kyrie Irving education. Is that what you're claiming, that Nico Harrison and the rest
I don't know what's going on with Kyrie Irving, but how could Kyrie Irving sit here today and actually like what's going on? This is a team that went to the finals last year. They beat the big bad Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. They completely demolished them. And yes, they practically got their butts whipped by the Celtics. But nevertheless, this was the team representing the West. What are they representing this year? He did come out and say that he has a plan. What is his plan? You trade away the best player the team has had since Dirk Nowitzki, and you have a plan? What is the plan? I don't see any plan. I see this organization, for some reason, had a problem with Luka Doncic. I don't know. Some people were saying that Kyrie Irving.
That's what I thought initially. And that's like, that doesn't seem less of the problem right now.
I mean, it's not even a clown. It's just a circus.
I know. It's the radio concert.
This is the Jets. This is the Nets. This is everything that we've seen here in New York. It's an embarrassment.
Honestly, I think it's getting worse than the Nets right now. The Nets, I don't think, was this bad within a whole 3-week span that we're seeing right now.
You look at what's going on Twitter right now. You hear some of the Dallas fans actually sticking up for this trade. And you sit here and you think, well, look at the lineup. You have Anthony Davis. You have Gafford. You have PJ Washington. You have Kyrie Irving. This is a pretty good starting five. What are you, nuts? What? You had one of the best prolific offensive players in the NBA on your roster who is in not even the prime of his career. He's a baby. He's 25 years old. It's like Juan Soto getting let go and traded from the Nationals. Remember that happening? Everybody was sitting there saying because he didn't take the $400 million contract. This is ridiculous. This is a joke. This is an embarrassment to an organization that was on top of the world last year in the Western Conference.